I'm not sure I'll ever be able to start the video elsewhere, to be honest, rather than here. It just feels custom now. But actually, we can see through, and I know it's difficult on the camera to see it, but we can see some more track has arrived since we were last here at Paultons Park. The track for the Mack water coaster, I don't think it's all here by any means, but a lot of it has arrived, and it's kind of been scattered around the site. We did say last time this bit was here, and there was another piece there. Well, more has arrived as well, and we would think it's probably going where it's roughly going to need to be so that they don't have to move it in the future. Not sure if there's supports here yet, but a lot has also happened to the station. But I'm just looking, and I know it's difficult, but the angle of that track is something else. But let's see if we can get a view from around the side here. Here we go, over at some of the track, which is now on site. We saw some of it last time, but more has been added as we look around. Look at this. I mean, the angle on this is clearly a switch, and it just looks awesome. It really does look special. You can see sort of airtime areas, you can see corners, you can see dips, you can see a bit of everything in the track that is across the site. Now, interestingly, there is still quite a lot of track up the top. I would imagine there's still some more to come, in honest with you. I don't think it's all here. We're not sure if any supports are here yet, but we will have a look shortly. But yeah, just the transition on those pieces, just looks mad, looks absolutely mad. Now, we did get on Velociraptor. We couldn't get on Pterosaur today, quite a long queue in fairness. And as we kind of pan over, it gives you a little bit of an idea, although we are quite far away, of the site and indeed the completed footers at the base. And of course, you can see in the middle of the screen the splashdown. From the bottom up, we can see some of the track down by the base there, and it's quite close to the fence. We've had a real good close look at it, and we will have another look shortly. We'll get a couple more views of this track down this end before heading down there. Of course, the UK's first water coaster coming to Paultons Park, Serpents Curse. It's another incredible decision from the park to bring something different in. It is a custom layout. Please remember, this is a custom layout coaster. It's got some different elements, including the top hat and obviously the turn, and you're going to be hitting 44 miles an hour around here. It's not slow. You've got to really pack a punch. On top of that, these elements are nowhere near as big as the hill. So the airtime in a boat of 8 is going to be incredible. It really is. And let's not forget as well the airtime going into the splash area. Now, the splash area here, as you can see, is going to be highlighted by the bridge. You'll be able to stand there, you'll be able to look, you'll probably be able to get quite wet, would be my guess. And it's just over there where the splash zone will be. As you can see, the concept art here is the bit that comes out, which is here. So the splash zone will be around about where the boat is there. And that is going to be an incredible view of the area. Of course, it is going up quicker, to be fair, than what Draken did just over the back there. But there is a lot of landscaping to do here. As I've said many times, this is a massive space, even compared to this side. When you think that Raven was already here, you know, the Raven building, for instance, was already there. They've not had to build that either. This is a massive space. We're going to have a huge station. They'll have a maintenance shed. They've obviously got a shop, which we've heard of as well. There'll be on-ride photo. There'll be everything for Serpents Curse. It's not a sleeper, this one. This is going to be an incredible ride when it opens next year. We're going to get you a couple more views because I'm just looking at the banking of the track thinking how incredible that looks. And of course, the splashdown element here, we'll see where we can get a good view of that as that is developed at the moment before heading down the back and showing you what's going on down there. We can now get a side view. So again, looking at the track that's going in and across the footers and some of the track towards the top end of the site. You can see the base of the lift hill, but over towards the station. And we will come back and have another look at the station bit in a second, but a lot of development is going on there as we look towards the back of the site where various different bits of track are located. And you know, these are very different bits, but look at this. This is my favorite shot, seeing these two bits of tracks. The transition between them, of course, it won't be too long until we can experience that, but it'd be interesting to see where on the site these go, and the transition as well from a double to a single. At the top end for Serpents Curse, the UK's first water coaster, coming to Paultons Park next year. And as you can see, foundations are down. It does look like foundations are pretty much all down now and they're working on the station area. It looks from the plans quite a big building, to be honest with you. And of course it will house the station, it will house the maintenance shed. And I'm not entirely sure, though there is a booth down the bottom on the plans, I'm not entirely sure whether that's just ride photo, whether or not the exit will form part of the shop. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Now, of course, it was announced, and they're not on the plans, that Seal Falls will be rethemed and heading down this way. We would think it's going to go around about here, to be honest, because it looks like, I kind of space-wise from the plans, my guess is it's going to go around about where the entrance of Serpents Curse is, because children aren't tall enough to go on Serpents Curse. Will probably be hanging around either in the orchard or down here at Seal Falls. So my guess is it will be around here somewhere. And that's got a really good retheme to it as well. That looks really, really cool. So quite a lot happening. We'll try and get some more shots of up there, see if we can see over the track that's there. I can't see any supports yet. They can't be far away, but I can't see them quite yet. This is where you'll appreciate the scale, because this is the station area, but of course it's going to be over the water. So this is going to be raised up. All around this area is going to be water. Whether or not there's any digging to do or whether or not it's going to be all raised, we'll have to wait and see. But there's a bridge, so I'm guessing that it's going to be raised given the land scale between where Valgard is and down here too. So there is a lot of metal work to do. And of course it all starts with the splashdown here, which looks like it's coming along nicely. It's certainly not done by any means, but you will splash down and come back out, but still be sort of over water. And you got to think how much this area now has to develop. It's crazy to think that we're nowhere near there yet. A bit more of the wide shot, as you can see, track is being stored up there. It does look a bit tight up there with all the work going on. You've got the steel, of course, the wood. There's just so much on site, so much going on already here as we pan down towards the rest of the site. As we said, this is a big site. They've got a lot of work to do in here, not only to get the coaster up, but to get it themed to the standard of Valgard, which of course they will do. I have to say, look, when you think this spans the whole length of Valgard, it just feels a bigger project. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure they've got it all wonderfully planned out, but from the outside in, even though there won't be as many buildings to cover and things like that, we will catch the coaster going up, and we'll be doing weekly updates from Valgard. Valgard, Realm of the Vikings, is of course open. Make sure you experience that. The Serpents Curse is coming. Stay with us, because more track's going to arrive, more support's going to arrive, the buildings are going to go up, we're going to start seeing the water go in, we're going to start seeing theming, we're going to start seeing grass, we're going to see so much come to this area, probably over the next 6 months.